What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G with the 20-Sided Warriors.
Hello.
And we are here because we just finished our very, very, very first game of Board Games, The Lost Worlds of Josh Kirby. Now, this is a prototype. It's on Kickstarter currently right now as we film, and even when this drops next week, which is today, now that you're watching it, this is still on Kickstarter. So we got this prototype game to run through and to check out, and that's what we just did. And we are ready to talk about what's going on. We got T-Bone with us, and we got the Rye Man. And sitting on the side, you might hear a comment or two from Rob, if he so chooses. What's up, Rob?
Hello.
All right, so this was our first time playing through it. It took us a little bit longer, but it was a first time. And even the rules may change by the end of the campaign. But let's see. What do you guys want to say about this?
I had so much fun with this. First things first, you just look at it, you think, wow, that's a prototype, which is what blew me away. I did not think that just looking at it, this was a prototype, that this could evolve even further. But it can, and so I'm very much looking forward to the finished product. That being said, gameplay. Not as daunting as it may seem when you just take a quick look at it. Everything is really, really easy laid out for you. The player mats have everything you need right in front of you. It has the symbology, what everything means. It has what the victory point totals are for however many number of players you're playing with. It has the turn sequence, and the turn sequence itself is simplified into like 3 very easy steps. One of them is roll dice, and that's 2 different steps. So it's very simple to pick up. Don't know if I would necessarily call it a gateway game. I think it's a little bit more advanced than a gateway game, but it could be used as something to sort of deepen a newer tabletop gamer to kind of push into other more complicated rooms, since it is somewhat simple.
So maybe someone that's already wet their feet with a gateway game.
Yes, has already done a couple gateways. This could be the next step of, okay, let's get you into something a little more highly strategic, maybe a little bit more in-depth, but it's still at its core pretty simple and straightforward because it introduces some extra elements. But yeah, we picked it up pretty easily. It recommends 30 minutes of playtime. We probably took like hour and a half, but that was because there was a lot of referencing, a lot of making sure that we had everything locked down as far as rules and gameplay goes. And the rest of it was really, we kept realizing, oh, well, I have 3 different things I can do on my turn, so it was very carefully weighing those different options. So eventually, once we got out of the first couple of turns, it turned into, this is now deep strategy. Let's figure out what's going on. And that's because we're all kind of highly competitive here.
Are you now?
Oh, not at all. No. Yeah, for the same reasons that Ryan's saying. This is definitely not a gateway game, but once you get the gist of the rules, I mean, we played a lot of the games over the years there. So playing this felt very familiar, and if a lot of gamers are out there familiar with another brand, it kind of has that kind of same feel to it.
Go ahead, say it.
It's basically a bigger version of Tiny Epics, but in the best possible way. In the best possible way.
And you would agree with that?
I would. It takes the Tiny Epic mentality of, let's keep it fairly compact and simple, puts it in obviously a much bigger box, and fleshes out some of the bigger details. But it's still, at its core, it's very, very similar. So if you like that, you'll like this.
Rob?
Oh, absolutely.
Would you agree with that? You have mastered Tiny Epic Galaxies.
I've played it a few times, but yeah, no, this has similar elements to it. But you know, I really like the way the Renown is played.
Oh yeah,
Renown's
a good system.
And I had a feeling one of these games is going to come down to a couple of points if people are playing it right, and that's exactly pretty much what happened.
I think 1 point separated first and second place.
Yeah,
right.
When you came down to
Rob,
and I was one move away from being right there too. I got stiffed by a couple of things. But yeah, I mean, all the point values are right there.
Yeah, and when these world powers come into play, the world power, we see how important those are, and I got destroyed in the last round because of the world powers.
Yeah, these little sayings underneath when you start gaining lands and acquiring them. Through either settling them, which would be the symbol over here, or if you want to be conqueror over here. Once you get these, you're going to start gaining little world powers with little world tokens. Very nice looking little color. You'll place it on here, and during your turn, you can just say, hey, I'm going to use this world power. And this one was place your champion or the dreadnought. That might be a little bit too difficult to get into at this point, but let's just say it's a nice little marker.
That was very nice
to put down. Yeah, I like it because there's land, well, in this case, planet acquisition,
Air control.
Air control, and you're trying to restock your troops each time to go out and either conquer or settle. But on your turns, you're not only strategizing for yourself with your world powers that you gain, as well as how many ships you have and how many ships you see your other opponents have. You're trying to screw them out of acquiring things. So you're trying to gain yourself points, but at the same time keep them at bay from getting too far ahead of you in the game, because we played a 3-player game and it was only 16 points, and you don't realize how fast 16 points get here if you're getting 5 points here or 4 points here. It's gonna take forever.
Well, Rob got 2 planets almost immediately.
Yeah, Rob was right off the start.
Halfway to the point total, so we were like, oh, okay, now it's time to
I have to focus
down and get in here.
I have to focus.
Sitting over there in the corner cackling away.
But yeah, overall, this I had a lot of fun with this. I'm looking forward to taking this again. I personally tried the spoils of the imperialistic mind of conquering tyranny.
That is a great point.
Which did not work out in my favor. We have one of each.
We have one of each in this. We had the do-gooder.
Yes.
We had the
evil empire.
Full-on evil empire, and the guy who's just like, I'm just passing through, guys. Don't mind me.
True neutral.
True neutral.
Ended up winning it out.
Yeah, that's on the board on the top right there. You can see the tracker, and that's what they're talking about, starting with the scoundrel in the middle, which is where Anthony was hovering around as much as he could.
That's it.
And Rob took the light side, as they said, yeah, and Ryan went...
I tried. I got as far as Scourge. I was trying to get to Tyrant. Did not quite
now,
work.
Anthony, did you take the neutral because Ryan jumped the gun, so to speak, and went evil right away? Because I know that's usually your forte.
Ryan rained on my parade.
He did. I knew it.
Rained on my parade. This is a guy that's habitually light side, happy-go-lucky, rained on my parade. I said, I guess I have to go straight down the middle.
I was wondering if it would be like, I wonder if it would be like two evil forces competing, trying to screw each other. And like as we're going on, Rob just slides through and is like,
yeah, Rob was just all by himself. I saw the only question I had during the game, and you answered it very well. Like I figured if I had started over on the dark side, that I was going to have to continue to go there. And you're like, no, you can acquire points from both sides. I'm like, oh, then why wouldn't I just go for the easiest marks I can grab? So that was nice. I thought once you started on one side, you really should just focus.
Nope. Yeah, it's the interesting thing about the morality track is that it gives you sort of an incentive because you do get bonuses if you go as far as you can to one side or the other.
Right. Like on this card, if you go full light side, you'll get +2 points at the end.
Full dark side.
And full light side 2 points and full dark side 2 points if you go one way or the other, which is nice.
But your strategy also gets restricted because you're only limited to certain dice rolls.
Right.
Because one die is more focused on colonization. The white die is more focused on colonization, so you'll get more of the settlement icons. The gray die is, as it sits, very, very neutral, has a lot of things about movement, a lot of things about renown, but in general, I think it's very, very fairly balanced. And the black die is much more centered towards conquering.
It's like literally the opposite of the white die.
It's great because they make getting the light side a little tougher. The settling a little
takes longer, but you get more out of it.
You get more out of it.
Conquering is the quick and easy path.
Right, you come down, destroy, settle, get out, and move on to the next one. Yeah,
but I guess thematically, I guess you could think of it as, you're raising this planet.
Right,
so right. There's less for you to benefit from because you've destroyed half the population. Yeah, and by going about your conquer. That's how I was doing it in my head. Exactly. I like to throw a theme in there.
You have to. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I thought tremendous. I'm really looking forward to seeing the finished product because I was blown away at the fact that John says it's prototype. I'm like, this is a prototype.
This is a great looking prototype.
But yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've already backed it. To tell you the truth, I already have.
It's a fun game.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So all three, everyone here.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Excellent. All excited for it?
Very much.
Definitely thumbs up.
And it's already funded, so now it's just a question of how much further it gets. So it is going to be a reality. This is not a bet you're taking by backing this game.
This is not an illusion.
So yeah, this is going to be really great. I can't wait for us to see the final product,
Right.
and all the extra cards and the extra events. They were really awesome.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I like that's the other thing. I love the
event
events
system.
part. It reminds me of the Western Legends things when 1 or 2 people, or sometimes even 3 people, start off an event. You're like, oh, everybody who shared in this now gets it. I like that part, that you get a little extra
Everyone can
bonus.
benefit,
Yeah,
yeah.
everyone can benefit.
Yeah, it's just passive things that are going on, and
thematically, it's like a really deep, experience in this unfolding space opera.
Right.
The story that's going on.
Right, and it's great. It's John had pointed out during the game. It's like how all of the evolved planets have formed some sort of defense system,
and we're here.
and these
to
people are like,
stand.
hello.
It's like
Hello.
Spaceballs.
Yeah, Spaceballs.
Air bubble.
They're
Would you
sending
wake
out a
up?
huge vacuum into space. Yeah, sucking out
Went
all the
from
air.
suck to blow. But this did not start at sucking. It did not get to blow. This
Right.
game is freaking awesome.
Fun game.
And I'm glad that we are all in agreement. This game, and next time it's going to play so much faster for us in the hour and a half because we know the rules.
And it's great looking. I honestly, even if this were the final product as far as the
I
card,
would be
I'm
fine
good with
with
this.
that.
You know why? Because I wouldn't be afraid to touch this. It's not
Yeah.
like paper. It's glossed and everything. I like that.
Well,
So
let's not forget the fact that it's based on the art of Josh Kirby. That's all it uses is Josh Kirby art. So last thing, I just gotta. This is going to be one of those games. Whenever I talk about it, I guarantee you, just like Crazier Eights, this is going to be a game I can
Even this
never
one,
stop talking about. The
yeah,
art.
I love that one. That was
Yeah, and then that looks like an album cover. It looks like
absolutely.
Queen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing. All right, so that was our all very positive thoughts on this amazing game on Kickstarter right now, The Lost Worlds of Josh Kirby. And just to say up front, since that's what everyone has to do, we did not get anything for this.
Nope.
We got no payment for it. The only thing we got is this unfinished copy, this prototype. That's all we got. Just
More
to be
than
upfront.
enough. More than enough.
All right, everyone. So thank you very much, and we are out of here.